What's up, y'all?
What's going on, everybody? This is Dominic Huff, and I'm sitting here with the one only Rico Rivers of the Rico Rivers Radio Show. It's a Black man's talk show that you can hear every Sunday night at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time on the internet. And of course, you can visit us online at DominiqueMag.com. So we have three devices going on right now. Yeah. So you're listening to us on the Dominique Magazine YouTube channel. We got Rico has both his Facebook profiles going over here. So we have everybody there. So we got Mary and Matt Gregory Ford on one watching. So thank you all for tuning in. Then we got Negus Royce Wheeler watching as well. So Rico, what's good?
Everything's great, man. First of all, let me help you with a little correction there. I no longer do the radio show. I ended it 2 Sundays ago to dedicate more time to live and all of that. But I'll come back in the radio format, something in the future, doing something else. But I like the lives, and they kind of keep me busy. And so now the next question, what's up? First of all, thank you for having me. I just happened to be here this weekend for a friend's funeral. Shout out to my man Poochie and everybody that I got to see. Condolences again to his family and his sister, Miss Pat, his mom, his dad, Mr. Laurie, his wife, oh my God, Stephanie, and their sons, Jonathan, Bryce, and Prim. It was just good seeing everybody. The fellas, Keith, Big D, Lil D, Adri, Funky T, Pat Bull, that's a Hall T. There's everybody who came out. It was like a reunion. It was good to see everybody back, and I'm saddened that a funeral of a loved one who was really a really central, intricate part of who we are as young men growing up in college, and even today, his passing had to, bring us all back together. But also, I'm here in Atlanta, and I contacted this fella because we've had back and forth interactions on Facebook. One thing about Facebook, it can be used for some positive things other than just folks get on Facebook or social media to be messy. You get to meet folks who you actually have exchanges with. Hey, Mary Mac. And so,
and Ozel's watching.
Hey, Ozel, what's up, bro? So we get a chance to meet. I enjoy a lot of your comments or his comments. And I like his platform where he's going because it's very similar to what we're talking about as it relates to the resurrection or the continued education and development of Black boys and Black men. And I'm glad that he allowed me to be a part of his platform, got a chance to meet. It's kind of a big dude. So I know in this picture, his head look like bigger than the picture. It's a reason. It's a kind of a big dude right here. So I'm going to try to take it easy. Talk too much shit. So, yeah. And
we go down to Ozel's event in April. I'm going to throw a pineapple from him at Aloha. So just remember why that pineapple got swung at Rico Rivers. But on this serious note, there's a lot of new content that we'll be dropping. I guess I'm going to be kind of premature what's going on. But there's a couple of thoughts that I want to get off my chest, and I'm going to start right now, no particular order. Right. So for those who are listening to it live, or even those who will listen to this on the YouTube channel at their self point time, this show is date stamped for Sunday, January 13th, 2019. And our disclaimers we always say around here is we say truth as we know it at the time this broadcast is prepared and broadcast. So sometimes that truth may change based off new facts and evidence. So let's get right down to business, because folks would love to say, but this, but that. But anywho, breaking news, Ozel's event will be now on May 16th through May 19th, 2019 in Hawaii. He is having a Hawaii Pan-African Conference, and we're working with him to have a Dominique's Men Magazine Conference during his event, in which with that on Saturday, June 1st, and Ozel, all of you all will be hearing this too, we're having the Atlanta installment, which will technically be in the city of College Park, and my office down here, which you see us broadcasting live from. We'll be doing that event here as well. So we want 2 more conferences for the year. So I said I'm going to go to 4 places. So we're working on trying to go up in the northern part of the United States, and I would love to go to Texas. So if there's anybody who's watching or listening that got contacts in the north, or in Texas, or even New Orleans will count, let's definitely talk and get some business going. And we can be reached at editor at DominiqueMag.com. That's DOMINIQUMAG.com. And I repeat that all throughout the broadcast. But first off, I want to say is men's empowerment. I think Black men need to be empowered to be able to say what needs to be said without fear of retribution or retaliation of what's going on in their society. Black women have their own platforms. Black gay people have their own platforms. Women have their own platforms. And we go to the whole gamma quad of everybody who has a platform. And people always say, well, we're in this era of identity politics and we should be doing that. Yes, we should. Yeah. Because, yes, we could all have a big come together meeting, but there are things that we as Black men need to talk about away from women, just like there are things that Black women can talk about away from Black men. And Black men are the only cohort that I know whose platforms are expected to be shared with women, they're expected to be shared with non-Black people. We're expected to have everybody here when we talk about our stuff, but when you talk about your stuff, then all of a sudden, y'all want to have privacy. Y'all don't want us to be there mansplaining and all this type of stuff. We deal with womansplaining and all that type of stuff when it comes to the issues of Black men. Black men have a lot of issues that we're facing, and it's time for us to get serious about that. That's why we create the platforms that we have, because I'm tired of seeing that Black men, only thing that they give us to talk about are body parts of Black women, weave on Black women's attitudes, single motherhood, thotting, and game and how to get laid. Now, yes, those issues need to be talked about and blasted. I have blasted that shit enough times to the point I'm talked out. But then I look at what are we doing to help younger brothers with getting to college or going to the workforce or being able to learn a skill or a trade or to start a business? What are we doing for the brother who is dating out? There's a lot of men who have white women, Asian women, Chinese women. What are we doing to empower those brothers that know they're still here? What are we doing to address our health issues as Black men? What are we doing to address our economic situation as Black men? What are we doing to address public policy as Black men? Because when I look at the issue, we talk about some great legislation that happened in Florida recently. And I want to talk about this on my local show, my public policy talk show, when it comes to now in Florida, constitutional officers. And what a constitutional officer is the sheriff, clerk of superior court, the tax commissioner, and I forgot the other one, but I got three of them. So you haven't really fully prepared on that. But now in Florida, no bureaucrat can take that off your ballot anymore. So for those who are in the Miami-Dade area, they lost their sheriff's office back in the 1960s for corruption, where it became an appointed official to where, it was appointed by the county manager. Then it had the Miami-Dade Police Department. Now, the voters of Miami-Dade County will now be able to elect a sheriff. And the sheriff is the chief law enforcement officer of any county. And I think, given the issues that we're dealing with as Black men, it is high time for us that we have to leave that conversation, go down to Florida. I'd love any reason to go to Florida. So if we have to go down there to Florida, and I need my time to enjoy some things while I'm there too, to begin to have a serious conversation about why Black men need to get on board with us picking a sheriff in Miami-Dade for the 2024 election, that how damn we will do it, because we can no longer afford to sit on our hands when it comes to public policy. We can no longer say not my fight when it comes to public policy. We can no longer say ain't my concern. It is our concern. So that is one. We have restored felon voting rights in the state of Florida. That was another powerful piece of legislation that happened. We have razor-thin elections that happen both in the state of Georgia and the state of Florida. We also have low voter turnout in a lot of these quote-unquote chocolate Wakandan cities, as I call them. So you got all these Wakandans that you talk about, Wakanda forever, which is the stupidest shit ever, but that's an older topic. We have to get more politically and civically engaged when it comes to these topics. Because the reason why women are getting what they want, fellas, is because the women are on the front line advocating for them. They want more pap smears. They want more abortions. Guess what? They're going to get it. But then where are we at? We need fathers' rights. We need more criminal justice items. Where we need more economic stuff. And where I see all these women incubators for women. But where is the Black men's business incubator? Where is the Black Men's Resource Center? What are we doing about all these Black men who are homeless that are living on sidewalks in these urban cities? What are we doing about that? And these conversations, fellas, and to the ladies who are peeping in, looking on the side, we see you too. These conversations are the conversations that we as men need to have. I don't care that Brenda got a big ass. Brenda's always had a big ass. Let's talk more than just about Brenda's big ass. What are we doing now to begin to empower the brothers? Let's have that conversation. Rico.
Basically, you touched on quite a few things, that's always been on my mind. And then we had like a pre-conversation earlier where I shared with you where I began to change my focus, because it was in the beginning pointing out the bad behaviors of a lot of our sisters. And my goal in doing that was to get them to look in the mirror and say, hey, you know what? That is inappropriate. But I learned that, you know what? There's a high level of narcissism going on, and even borderline personality, being a mental health person. I recognize it. So I just let me move on away from that, because what I'm doing when trying to explain to sisters or pointing out the things that are not helping in our community, with the irresponsible behavior with the vaginas and the loud talking, and I'm one of those who can't stand to see weave on women and all this, not just because it's an ugly look. I'm looking at the psychological aspect of it. But I moved away from all of that. There are enough men talking about that, but there's so few of us talking about where I decide to go when it comes to Black boys and Black men. Coming from a social worker, mental health perspective, I realized that a lot of our men are underdeveloped emotionally, psychologically. And I'm a firm believer, like I mentioned earlier to you, that whole motto of if you build it, they will come. So my goal from 2 years ago, even now and continuing, is to help build and develop Black boys and Black men psychologically. Because when you build the men back to working order, the builders, creators, producers, everyone else automatically benefits. Women benefit, society benefit. I know this because everyone has benefited off of the existence of Black men, of Black boys. Society would not be what it is if it were not for the Black male, even though you have sisters that say, I don't need a man, and sisters have done this and done that. We've suffered. We're the most disrespected. We're the most demeaned. We're the most demeaned, the most disrespected. Malcolm X said that. I think Minister Farrakhan still says that. But I'm here to say that stuff, that's not true. If it were not for Black men, Black women wouldn't even be here. They wouldn't be here outnumbering Black men in college, because systematically they've been allowed to do it. Or, as they say, being the most educated. Or, hell, least arrested, least shot, unarmed women shot by cops. Black men are the only and exact threat to white supremacy, white male domination. And when you build them up to be the warriors that they're supposed to be, meaning the creators and producers, then our society, our community will start coming back into the fold. That's what I've dedicated my teaching and learning in my own experience to building up Black boys and Black men. And I always talk about people like Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Joy Leary, Dr. Amos Wilson, attorney, what's the sister's name? Michelle Alexander, who wrote the book, of the new Jim Crow. So I'm talking about all these men and women who've done the research and they've done the scholarly work to show us how we're supposed to act and behave, and also recognize who we are in this society as Black males. No disrespect to what the sisters are doing. They have every right to do it. My thing is, I want Black men to do the same thing, not in competition with, or not an opposite against, but do our own thing. It's okay. Like you said, it is fine for us to finally do something for ourselves. But we've been taught as Black boys that we should worship her. And one Minister Farrakhan and other leaders say, a nation can rise as high as this woman. No other group says that to their boys and men except for ours. So this lends to the current control of the psychology of Black boys and men by our women. We don't make a move unless women approve of it. And no other group behaves that way except for us, and there's a reason for that. You get to the black man by getting to the female, the girls. And because we do listen to what they say, and we do care about how they think, but we can no longer listen to what black women think, because black women's ear are pressed to the lips of that white male power structure, and these ugly ass feminists. You got black feminists who are against the family and what they call the patriarchal rule. I said, that's crazy. Because in my opinion, if you don't want my patriarchy, you don't deserve my protection. So that's a whole nother thing. So I don't have a problem with delving into that as a conversation. And the solution, I just said it in my conversation, build the men economically, educationally, psychologically, build them, encourage them to learn to read more. Teach them about what the word intimacy really means, self-esteem, all the stuff that Old Magazine does, Cosmo does, 17 Magazine does, all those things that they have for women. We should teach the same thing to men about loving yourself, get in touch with who you are. It's okay to like you. Talk about the trauma and abuse in your life, because a lot of our young men are walking around traumatized, but we're still going on this ruling of, well, you still need to protect the black woman. You need to still do this. I'm like, well, he can't even protect himself. We can't. So Renee Green-Hayes, sweetheart, what's up? I just want to shout out to you. Tiffany Sugar Campbell, what's up, sweetheart?
The thing with that is, we know that when it comes to out of wedlock birth rates, black women are leading in that, followed by the Hispanic woman, followed by the white woman, then the Asian woman. We know when it comes to economic empowerment, black men outpace Hispanic men, but white and Asian men beat us in that. So there's a lot of data. We're going to do a big data dig this year to really do our own state of black men, because I want to see where do we stand at when it comes to other men. I don't care about what we say to women, because I don't believe this whole battle of the sexes, because men and women
totally a distraction.
Distraction. Yeah. I mean, a man would never push out a baby.
Right.
Period. Now, women keep thinking they did it all by themselves, but it takes that man's seed
to
fertilize the eggs in your body.
Penis.
So I look at with those items, penis. I mean, we have to look at that part. So when you look at the aspects of how can we really build ourselves up, and the way how you build yourselves up is you got to really follow your passion. And by following your passion, you got to ask yourself, am I getting up doing what I really want to do with my life? Mm-hmm. So for those who are listening on all the platforms that we're on right now, was this something that you saw yourself doing as a child? Mm-hmm. Yes or no? So y'all can take that in real time in the comment sections or whatever. Or did you go to school, college? I'm not talking about we all had to go to high school, get our high school diploma. I mean, that's the bare minimum anybody should have. Did you go to college because you want to go to college? Or did you go to college because somebody made you go to college? Did you pick that major because you want to major in that? Did you pick that career path because you want to? Because we're so busy living for everybody else. And that's why it's killing us. The one thing I see a lot, especially in black relationships, is the power dynamic. See, you're anti-patriarchy, but you still want bills paid, you still want the date paid for, you still want doors open, you still want chivalry, you still want gentleman behavior. Last I checked, that was patriarchy. Yeah. So you want the benefits of patriarchy, but you don't want the work that you got to put in for it. Because I always say, if a black man is working, paying all the bills, handling business, he has no business coming home on the whole, we both cook, we both clean, well, bitch, we both pay the damn bills. How about that? If I still got to come and touch this vacuum, touch this stove, do all the stuff, which I already know how to do anyway. I told more guys who play the women. If we got to do all of this stuff, then why do I have you here? And that's what people are upset about as part of the liberation of the black male. Yeah. The black male started saying, wait a minute, you better tell me I stayed out of jail, I went to school, or I started a business, or I got on the career track, I went to the military, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do as an adult man. Right. And all you tell me is I got to take a woman that I got to raise some other man's kids. I got to deal with a woman who really don't like me. I got to deal with a woman who wants to fight me all the time. So this is the reward I get for doing what I was supposed to do. This is why a lot of men are saying no deal. This is why big cow is starting to grow even bigger. This is why a lot of men are starting to say, let me look outside my race. This is why a lot of black men are really saying the social contract has expired in Black America, and black men have quietly voted with their feet. Because I had a black feminist tell me this, and I won't say her name. She's on my friends list. I got over 4,000 people, so I have fun fishing for that. So she said, what the reason why we get upset when black men get with another black woman? Because we know a successful black man is prime for the picking. Every woman wants him. So now black women have to compete with the other races of women that want us. So black women feel like they get stuck with the sloppy seconds that no other women want. Because when you look at dating surveys from dating services, white men and black men are the two most desirable men. Mm-hmm. When you look at the most desirable women, it's the Asian woman and the white woman. Black women rank below Hispanic women. Asian men rank below Hispanic men. So the Hispanics hold the third category down. This is data. Y'all know I use a lot of data to talk about the points I make. I'm just not grabbing stuff out of thin air and putting it out of my ass. So as you look at that, then you're starting to say, okay, that holds a little validity to what the feminist said. Because if this man is already number 2 in the social hierarchy, and we have data that says 51% of black men are childless by the CDC, 51% of all black men are childless. So, mind you, we have 60% of black women who have more than one kid having by multiple fathers.
Same dude. Yeah, you know, so women having by the same dude.
The multiple, so the dick sharing. So, it's called what it is. You're against polygamy, and I'm against it too. Because a lot of people that scream about polygamy ain't got no money. But you know how you gonna handle what you like? You go multiple women. You cry about paying for the day for one woman. Then you talk about 3 women you trying to juggle. But anywho,
also a lot of those dudes smoke weed to them dudes. Little broke ass dudes be trying to have 2 women in the bed, but they also smoke weed. So I don't think the women are in their right minds when they get involved in a polygamy thing. Number one, broke ass dude, and drugs are involved. Not really a polygamous situation.
Yeah, stop dating broke too. There's a debate going on in Nicole Michelle's defense team.
Yeah.
And I want to put this question out there. Yes, I see we got some women over here in the conversation. We got 9 people on those 2 platforms over there. This is a pre-recorded of mine. Ladies, for those who are listening, and thank you all for being respectful and to be in spaces. A lot of times, a lot of women just don't do that. They come over here.
I have some solid women.
I love that. There's a lot of women, they come over here showing their natural ass, and then we say things that shouldn't be said, but need to be said. Ladies, if you have a male friend, not a guy who you're dating, not a guy who likes you or you like him, if you all decide to go out for coffee and cupcakes, who should pay? I want to see something. There's really no right or wrong answer to this. So this isn't a trick question because I know we're a little bit behind over there. But I always tell people, you date before you court. Friends pay their own way. Because if, let's say me and Rico just came back from having some pizza. I offered to go to the pizza spot, so I paid for it. Rico didn't have any pizza because the food was free, and he looked at the pizza like, what the hell is that? So
a lot of shit on that.
You know, all it was cheese and Italian sauce and gluten-free crust, and Rico looked at the pizza like he was staring, like it was a little bit more.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, so he didn't tell me that he ate a full course meal when he came. And so that's how they always do. They don't give you nothing. They're like, oh, well, I brought some ice cubes. Gee, thanks. But that's the whole thing with that. So if like when me and my boys hang out, we alternate who pays. All right, I got it this time, you get it next time. Or just kind of come out in the wash or what have you. But some of you ladies act like y'all have a hard time paying for your male friend's way. If you ain't interested in giving this guy no ass, no pussy, no way, no hell, no how, then if y'all are just, all y'all gonna be is just friends. why is it the friends pay their own way rule isn't valid when it comes to that? I think a woman has said something.
Jamie says, I feel that each person should pay their own way. Mary Mack says, Dominique, there's no right or wrong answer. That being said, there is an option going Dutch or whoever wants to pay. It will be up to the people, but there shouldn't be an expectation unless, let's see, hold on. I hate pressing this damn thing.
It says see more. So you're trying to hit that see more option without it screwing up.
Unless it's implied. Okay. Yeah, you can't even imply anymore now, Mary Mack. You got to be direct. But in relation to that whole thing, back because again, I think we may be missing from black male empowerment because we'll mess around and get into the whole dating thing, and they'll totally get away. But he says black men's thoughts.
Yeah,
I guess that covers it.
And we brought that up for the simple fact of male empowerment, as if a man as a lot of people know, there's nothing wrong with having women as friends. So every woman you meet, fellas, you should not try to sleep with. Because there's some women that you can do great business with, there's women that can be great friends. No, I'm not one of these guys who's anti-female friends, they call them mine. Because it's like, there's women who have male friends. So as long as, like what Mary Mack said, as long as it's not implied or you're not trying to make a move or they're not the rebound person, then yes, have those friends, but also these friends need to know the boundaries as well. Because you should not be spending more time, fellas, or even ladies, for those who are listening, with your friend of the opposite sex if you're in a relationship. That is a red flag. But as we tie this back into male empowerment, these are things you have to think about as your friends in your circles. Are you really using these platforms to connect with people? Yeah. Are you doing business with each other? I'm in a men's group called Guard Your Seat. Now, it's a diverse men's group.
It's called what?
Guard Your Seat.
Guard Your Seat.
Yeah, Guard Your Seat, a necessary conversation that men should have. Yes. And in that and I moderate that group. So I put a lot of thoughts in that group for me to think about. And I asked them, post, where's everybody from? We see people from all over the world, all over the country. And I said, okay, if somebody's close to you, add them as a friend and start and say, hey, let's hang out. Let's go meet up for pizza. Let's go meet up for drinks or gluten-free items or cupcakes or vegan snacks, but whatever y'all want to do. And begin to have some male bonding. Because you don't need to have those guys around to where you be able to say, hey, I'm going to do this too. Because it'd be nice if you're a young father and you have an older father that say, hey, I want to know about what do you do about this or what do you do about that? Because you need that support as men. And that's what the things that I know with Rico and over other guys out here, we got to make sure to empower the black man needs infrastructure, the black man needs resources, the black man needs opportunities. And that's where we as black men have to go out here and create these items. Because we cannot wait to finish those things up. Because if we don't, then it'll be done on somebody else's terms. Like, shout out to Obsidian Media Network and Obsidian Media Network.
Obsidian.
Yeah, Obsidian. OBSIDIAN. Obsidian
Media Network.
He's on YouTube.
Got it.
And he is a very controversial YouTuber, but I love Obsidian. His brand is Black Female Fucker. That's what he brands himself as. And some people call him the Junior Tommy Superbar, but he's really not. Obsidian is very data oriented. Obsidian is very cognitive of various issues. And he always says, I don't do solutions. I'm not here to be a community leader and all this type of stuff. I'm just a black man with an opinion. And that's fine. And with that being said, he had made the point on there. He said, the reason why I started my YouTube channel and my media platform, because I know that black men like me would never be given a chance in hell to have our say on Oprah, Madame Noir, Clutch, Ebony, Essence. I would never be invited to those tables because I would bring the point of view they do not want out there. The only black men you see on those platforms and the countless others over there are the black men who agree with the black woman high mind. They don't sit there and you're right, girl, black men ain't shit, oh, I'm so sorry about these men. Oh, men gotta do better. And even when I see this whole ass black women thing that Down the Water does, and they bring the guys over there and talk about stuff, they handpick those guys, all the guys, they don't get out. They bring me over there. Because I listen to them guys and look, y'all know y'all sitting right there, right? Y'all know y'all really saying some stuff that y'all know. And I know what, y'all in the car, you said you was gonna say this. Why you say it now? Because they here. So because we have to stop doing that. We have to start speaking our piece because if a lot of these women can say what they want to say because it's my truth, and I hate that damn thing. There's no such thing as my truth. It's called the fucking truth. The truth is everybody has a right to the truth. The truth is public domain, and the truth is going to be the truth regardless of who likes it. But this is my truth, that's your interpretation. That is your prerogative. Like a judge can interpret the law any way he or she wants to do. So you say, well, my thoughts, my view, my opinion, my take, my truth. That's the dumbest thing ever.
Well, and getting back to black male empowerment, we have to, in addition to that, what you're saying, it is very important to concentrate on what we can do back to the bonding part for each other. How can we help each other out? Can we get distracted about a lot of these things, and a lot of guys get angry over things they can't control. There's a prayer in recovery for alcoholics and drug addicts and alcoholics. It says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Black women's behaviors, we cannot change that. What we can do is change our behavior and model the change that we want them to be or see. And so, having said that, we just have to get about that. Now, it's good dialogue to have those relationship conversations. But I guess I've got to the age where I'm so over them, because I'll sneak in a conversation on a topic about behavior, but I'm always about, brothers, this is what we should be doing because we're dying out here, man. We think counseling is a cuss word. We're saying fuck school, and we're out here participating in creating these multiple baby mothers. And just like you said in one of your sentences, stop having sex with poor people and broke folks. Because, and I say it all the time, fellas, stop having sex with broke chicks. They're the first ones who are going to run out there and run for get child support. Now, you're on your first kid at 17 years old, and no one's told you, hey, stupid, stop doing that. So by the time you're 23, you're on your fourth baby mother. Now you're crying, damn, man, you need to put me on child support. Back on child support, goes back to this main thing. When we learn who we are and learn our value and our worth, that's when we'll know how to guard our seed. We don't know because a lot of cats are emotionally underdeveloped. So therefore, they think that a lot of their manhood is belt buckle and below, and the government benefits off of that. When you have a young man, the only thing he knows how this relationship to identify with women is belt buckle and below. Then number two, you have young girls who feed into their behavior. They feed into the freakiness. Then the boy messes around and is freaky at the wrong time. He gets me too'd. So we really have to have these conversations with these, when I say these purposeful or purposefully created absentee homes. They create them on purpose so they can pretty much have their way with black boys and black men. We got a lot of grown black men around here acting like kids. We have to get to them. We have to tell them, and those of us who believe we have good sense, we have to just talk to them. I saw a lot of stuff last night. I was in the environment, but it is what it is. But when I'm not in the environment, I see, let's say I'm in Walmart or a mall or something like that, and I'm all wondering what's going on in his head. Why does he look like that? Why is he talking like that? Why does he dress like that? Of course, we can dress how we want to, but pants up under the booty, that ain't nothing but mental illness and seeking attention. Almost like sagging to black males is like black women in weave. You ask him to pull his pants up, you can even tell him the history of pants sagging. That's something bitch. Well, I know, man. Shit, that ain't me though. And we tell sisters about weave and the dangers of weave to their scalp and show them examples where it's a protective hairstyle. But it's so amazing when it comes to that weave thing. You see how my hair, this is my hair, it grows. All I do is go get the stylist to wash it, condition it, and I put oils on the scalp and keep it moisturized. So I'm a black man. And there's tons of brothers in Atlanta, in Dallas, wherever, got long locks, had their hair. But sisters go and get hair from women of other races. And they claim they can't grow their own hair. And if I hear another sister talk about she got, well, they wear weave because of alopecia. Heifer, alopecia is about less than 2% of the goddamn population. Those small 2% of women are not spending $11 billion on hair that comes from Asians, women from India and Pakistan, and some white girls. They're not doing that. And here, the women with alopecia probably wear little wigs. They don't spend billions of dollars on no damn weave. So let's cut it out. Let's stop. That's why I don't have that conversation anymore, because it's stupid. Yeah, it's not even worth the breath. But that's why I try to keep it on us. What is that we need to do? And I'm not saying black men get better for black women. I'm saying get better for yourself. Get better for us. That's what Oprah magazine, Cosmo, 17, all these magazines, Essence, teach them, girl, love yourself. Be the best you. Come learn to date yourself. It's okay. I'm not creating feminist black men. I'm creating confident black men, because when he's confident, he's look, he wants to do stuff for women.
Yeah,
he wants to.
And you have to, and this is why I tell people, and this will piggyback into Mary Matt's question about what, as a black woman who supports black men, what would I like to see black women do to support men in this empowerment movement? We know that a lot of women are single mothers. So, we're not going to go to how that happened, whose fault it is, that we're going to beat that topic to death, not this is society. So, Mary, if you have a son, or with sons, these boys need to have responsibilities. Every time I go to the gas station, I see the woman get out the car. She go pay for the gas, because or she's there at the thing, put the debit or the credit card in the thing, and then pump the gas. That boy needs to get out the car, put the card in, to show him how to use the debit card, the credit card, pump the gas, say, I want 87, 89, 93, whatever you get in there. And you know what else he should be doing, ladies? He needs to pop the hood, check the oil, transmission fluid, the windshield fluid, the antifreeze, and the battery. Those of who have batteries with water in there, so that you know what's going on with that. Because that way, that's the first way how you're empowering, how a man is empowered, not only for himself, but for you as well. Because as Rico said, once the black man's empowered, that empowers the black woman, the black everybody wins. So he needs to know how to do things around the house. You need to understand that boys are going to tumble and wrestle and play games and make noise. So we have to start doing that. Number 3, we have to say, as black women who support black men, we have to start, black women have to start checking other black women. Because we can check black women all day. It go in one ear, out the other ear. But once they hear you saying it, and you're not afraid to be called a pygmy mammy, I think that's the dumbest ass term I ever heard.
That's what they call it. So we call them Mother Brother Sims, and they call them pygmy mammies.
And I call the Sims pygmy guys. So I tell them, we have to, so you have to be willing to put these women in place when they get on this whole thought, because just like women love to say, well, brothers gotta start checking brothers gotta start doing this, I said, no, sisters, you have to start doing this on your end with your sisters. And said you putting your head down, and said you saying, oh, she got a right to be mad, you don't know her story yet, so you don't know his story. And I don't condone Justin New behavior. But this like you all will make every excuse, and I'm not talking about you personally here, but just in general, these ones, they will make every excuse for a ratchet woman's behavior. But then they will say they're a good girl now. Well, I'm a good girl, I don't twirl, I don't do this, I don't do that, but you're defending their behavior.
Your silence is culpability.
Your silence is your admission to guilt. So it's just like a black man who talks about he's a good guy, but when crime's going on, he is dead silent. Or what had it tells me, well, And that's another thing, these little PD simps. You know, they be talking about checking black men, and a lot of these simps, like Torrey got his wake-up call. You know, he loves to check black men. Now he got a Me Too story out there. Charlamagne likes to check black men. He got a Me Too story out there. So all the simps, I told you, I want to sit back and watch and see the feminists when it comes to the aid of their simps, and they're not. So that's the answer, Mary, to your question in a brief response. Also, too, you know, be willing to support black men's culture, though. Put some, you know, you got money, put checks up, or support it, you know, get other men involved. We're not saying that black women need to take the lead or do the work, because brothers have to do their own work. And that's what we're all about. And that's one thing I really Kimberly Foster from Fort Harriet, where she said, look, everybody ain't gonna work. Black women do everybody work for them, that's why we ain't got nothing. And I'm about to say, no, black men do everybody's work. That's why we ain't got nothing.
We've done everybody's work. We've done their physical labor, we've done their thinking for them, we've done their lift, pull, pushing, and dragging for everybody. And if I can jump off with you about answering, I know she posed a question to you, but I'll also like to answer. It's all right. Because what can black women do to support this? Well, it's interesting that whenever black men had marches, whenever we have marches, May Man March or whatever, all three of them, we're always told and taught, go home, claim your women. Claim your children, your community, go home, claim your women, get your wife, your daughters, get your women. Do y'all hear me? But when these women have had their marches, we want rights and patriarchy. Black women do not mention black men at all in none of their platforms. And that's why you're giving all these daggone platforms. They're giving Boston, let me see, New York Post, Chicago Tribune, you name any newspaper, a black female gets to write anything on and say anything on any platform negative about black males. But I would like for you sisters to use those same platform to say, America, lay off of black boys. Leave black men alone. That's what I'd like to see them do. Use those same platforms that they just open up for you when you want to say something negative. They're on TV shows, they're on radio shows, all the major newspapers in this country, the major blogs. What's that shit? The Root and the Griot. They're everywhere. Even got a feminine punk ass black dudes writing black feminist female sentiments. Black men are the white men of the black. That shit. Yeah. You know. So if you want to help. Join the movement of resurrecting black men. Just use your platform to tell America, lay off of black boys, and we're not going to take it anymore. Number two, all those sisters that was elected to all these political offices and judges and lawyers and all that stuff, how about some of y'all recruit some of the brothers who think you're really cute that are black lawyers and join the Innocence Project? The Innocence Project. That's what black women can do, because everybody's listening to black women. The Innocence Project is for the last however long it's been going on, young white law students have been freeing black men. And sisters, if you want to help, do stuff like that. If you truly love us and you care about us, join us and help. No, we're going to work to resurrect them, but I need you to use your feminine powers to tell the same system that you call when one pisses you off to tell them lay off. And also, would it be great if black women stood up and said, in child support, we don't need it. We're getting our man back. You can take this shit back. That's, in my opinion, how you can help out. Be the spook who sat by the door. I don't know the brother's name. I can't remember his name that wrote the book. No, in the story of the spook who sat by the door is when the brother went off to the military, learned all the military secrets, and brought it back to the hood and taught the brothers and sisters in the hood about the military secrets, defense, and all of that. Black women are the spooks who are sitting by the door, not only sitting by the door and getting to listen, but they're invited into the boardrooms to make decisions. They're not bothered or hindered the way black men are. And so you are there. You're supposed to be, while you're there, you got the mic saying, get off of black boys, leave black men alone. Not the few sisters in the hood. I'm talking about these black women with these platforms, huge platforms. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Rico. But like, when you look at these platforms, even on the platforms you all create, like, who is the Black Heather McDonald? Heather McDonald's a woman I talked about in Dominic Magazine over the summer. She called out me too and basically declared a war against masculinity. We got a comment on that.
Okay, let's read that.
So Heather McDonald is on a crusade to save white boys, white men. So and the question was, well, who is the Black Heather McDonald?
Exactly. If y'all want to help.
And so that's another opportunity we can do that as well. But fellas, what we have to do is we can't say why Black women or why anybody has things and we don't. If we want to have our own media to tell our own story, we're going to have to build our own media. Yep. We're gonna have to support it. This stuff costs money. You know, you want to like we can trick out money at the bar, we can buy blunts, we can buy clothes or whatever. We got to be willing to support the change that we want to see. Because I've had Black women, I'm gonna just go ahead and be very frank about what they have said. A Black male project is not gonna go too far without Black women's money. And I had Black women tell me that because Black men ain't gonna support it. You know, and she said, so she was like, you know, so that we do give Black women their credit for.
I'm living proof of that. Black women support each other the way white folks do. 20 million people, white folks, $20 million plus was sent to help Trump build his wall by white folks. Black women support each other, but Black men, my radio show, I did it for Black males. I had a couple of guys, couple of brothers I knew personally, that, and of course one sister, two that sent me donations for that radio show, and it was for Black men. But let's read some of these comments. Let me go to my man Conrad here. Yeah. Conrad says, home comes single women, families don't want to put their boys on the truth. Let's see, the truth leads to male family members. I was always under my grandfather and my uncle, and then my brother's father. Let's see what he says here. See more. My brother's father always took me fishing. I agree. Only a man can teach a man. Okay, here it says, before we hear Matt, you said, good deal, Dominique and Rico. Thank you both for providing some great insight into how women can help with this movement. And she also says, we as Black women, if I can scroll it up, come on. And Black men need to find our platform of togetherness. However, Black women need for Black men to become the nexus of the Black community again. Mary Matt, that is the goal. But we have to do this. You know, sometimes we have to ask people to leave the room. Need women, need white folks, need everybody to leave the room so we can have that conversation. I realized in that radio show, particularly my last one, I mean, we have a lot of work to do. We're around here talking about the bad behavior of Black women, which is great. But man, you know how screwed up Black dudes are? Black dudes are fucking screwed up. Yeah. Our philosophies are so out of our norm, out of our existence. I've come to realize that I don't think Black men really know that they're human beings or think of themselves as human beings. I think we're looking at ourselves through the lenses of the white races. They don't see little Black boys as human beings. They look at them as 10 years or 12 years older than the counter white male. And I don't think we look at ourselves as actual human beings, because it can't happen like that. It can't be a reality that we think of ourselves as real human beings with all the stuff, number one, is happening to us, that we're allowing to happen to us, and then we perpetuate on each other. You can't think that you're a real person, that you're worth a damn.
Really can't, because we have so many affirmations that we need to start doing. Black men, y'all know I'm all about solutions as well. You know, we can rant and rave, but then we have to give some marching orders for solutions. Is we have to start being the voice of reason. Right. If you have children, tell your children you love them every day. Yeah. You know, tell them, you know, you are a handsome young man, you are a beautiful young woman. But we're pumping them up, and stop insulting your children. And that really goes for Black women. I see Black women insult the hell out of their children, but that goes for you too, ladies. You know, stop cussing your children out because you bad and all this type of stuff, and recognize you need to be thanking them for it, because they be the same people that will be in charge of your perpetual care when you get older. So this is your way how you have to set the tone. Number two, you have to get involved. You cannot afford, we are at the point now with the state of black men, we cannot afford to sit on the sidelines any longer. Everybody got to get on the field. I'm sorry, we call everybody out the locker room, we call everybody off the bench, we call everybody to the field because it is game time. Black men have a lot we got to do. We need to be more. I'm tired of going to these community meetings where it's nothing but women. I'm tired of seeing these nonprofits where it's nothing but women. I'm tired of seeing these black organizations that but women. It's a sad day in hell when the 100 black men got a board full of fucking women. If that don't cross you as much as that crossed me, we have some serious problems. You'll never see a time when you see 100 black women organizations and the board is predominantly black men. That would never happen.
But it goes back to what I said when women say that they're the most disrespected, the most unprotected, the most disregarded. But nah, the Dr. Jawaza Kunjufu already laid it out. See, I'm gonna keep throwing these authors, these scholars out, so we can understand how black males got this way and how it was set up for them to be continue to be trained as people who are not involved in their own survival. Dr. Jawaza Kunjufu, Countering Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys, volumes 1, 2, and 3, but volumes 1 and 2 are the heavy hitters. This author, I don't know his name, but Kill Them Before They Grow. There's another one. If you want to know, brothers and sisters, particularly black men, so we can get an understanding of why we think. But we're calling out, these are systematic things that were done to us a long time ago, and right now we're on automatic. We're here to say enough of the bullshit. You black dudes, all you want to sit around in the barbershop talking about fucking LeBron James and the other sports, but when we start talking about real things, the barbershop goes quiet. And brother, if you ain't talking about the Cowboys, none of that, black men don't have a conversation or talking about pussy and all of that. Look, pussy ain't hard to get. I swear it's not. You don't need but two things. Conversation, if your mouthpiece don't get her, compensation. Go in your pocket, goddammit, and pull out that 50 or 100 or whatever. So we need to get past that. But that needs to be dealt with. Let's see what this person is saying right here. No, nothing. Hold on. Jamie says, I'm disappointed that black men are not tuning in to the show. The numbers should be astronomical. They are probably watching an organization that dems them slaves, aka the NFL or the nigger police program. Jamie, that was my issue. Hold on real quick. Kill Them Before They Grow, misdiagnosis of African-American boys in American classrooms. I think she had a book by Michael Porter.
Yeah, I know about Michael Porter.
Michael Porter. And you're right, Jamie. My last show was about child support. I knew in my head that my phones were going to be ringing off the hook. Instead, I got some prank calls from the Caucasians. And I think I got one call from a guy in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the show. And I didn't even see comments hardly from black men. So I know, Dominique, we got work to do with this new group of black dudes and these black dudes my age group, because I'll be 50 in 2 weeks. And what are you, 36?
I'll be 37 in April.
2 generations of dudes here, age groups of guys, but we're saying the same thing. There's a problem. And black men today, these old dudes, these 40 and 50, 45 and 50-year-old black dudes that sit around and want to talk about smoking cigars and shit and all of that, but you can't get a conversation about observation or make an assessment of the behavior of black boys today. You just look at it like, just shuck it off. We got to put some work in it. I want to see us to be as active and as recognizable for our words and our blogs as the women are. And go ahead.
And it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time to where we're going to have to lead the charge, and so we have to be the faithful few to where if you want it, you got to support it. You have to show up to where I'm doing these bid summits. We went out there to Hawaii in May. We're doing it here in Atlanta and those other 2 places. You know why? Because it got to get started. We cannot continue to sit here in good faith and say, oh, why don't we have a black girl, a black guy rock? Why don't we have a black man's son? Why don't we have a Madame Loire? Why don't we have this? Why don't we have that? Because we have to go build them. Granted, some of that stuff is built by black men. But for the sake of this argument, we as black men have to build what we want to see. I see there's a black woman here in Atlanta that started Black Men's Magazine.
What's the name of it?
I forgot the name, but she had an event sometime last year.
Damn.
Oh, reach out to her. So you know, she sees a market, you know, welcome to the market.
Yeah, but it also depends on, and if it's done by her, there's gonna be a slant on it. But you know, we've had Black Men's Magazine for us. It was called Black Men. But it's interesting that the magazine that was created for black men, they had scantily clad black women bent over with their booty cheeks out, grabbing their ankles. And if they had articles in the newspaper, that Black Men magazine, the articles about this big, but the pictures of ass and tits and all that was this big. And so that lets you know what they think about black male intelligence. We have been reduced to tits and ass. And even black folks who put magazines on the other black men put stuff out there for black men is surrounded around tits and ass. No one thinks of us intellectually, thinks of us as people with an intellect. And so he's starting to do it. He's trying to reach intellect. 2 words I came up with, Black Man Mojo, because I don't know if you see, I use that quite a bit. And my new one is Black Boy Brilliance. See, I'm tired of black women naming us. Yeah, you did Black Boy Joy. You remember that? You ever see that shit? It's soft. And then Black Boy Fly. See, that's girl stuff. Black Boy Brilliance and Black Man Mojo. 2 ones I created, and I try to hashtag them so nobody won't be stealing my shit. But that's the stuff we all can do as black men. We have to promote us. And with the magazine, because he has Dominique magazine, but I've always thought about Black Man Mojo being this, like similar like that. And I know the kind of articles I want to put in there. I know the kind of images I want to put on the cover, because image says everything. And my images, if I know where to create mine, I'm not going to have mixed dudes on there. We're going to have dudes look like him and dudes look like me on the covers. I'm doing it on purpose, like they do things on purpose for image purposes. Because another thing about the importance of black male, the black male can keep the black family going. If you look on TV and you see the black female and the white male on all of the cereal commercials and all of the even just insurance commercials, or you see the black male with the white female, they're trying to wipe out the black family. That's what it's about. They're trying to wipe out the black family. And so I'd like to push that image. And I'm not nothing against light-skinned blacks who actually got 2 black parents, but we have to be careful to notice that the biracial is being called the new black. Biracial is not black. Mixed is not black. I'm black. He's black. Unless you tell me your grandma named Cherokee.
That's another thing. We
cut the bullshit.
We claiming stuff to where we want to be other people so bad, and this is no disrespect to anybody who is of a biracial,
not at all,
or biracial marriage, or even to the brothers who have a non-black spouse, right? Because I was saying, we got the Blasian name going on. We had the black and Latino. We have they got Latino going on.
We got Blaxican, Blasian.
So brothers, if you got a non-black, we're not excluding you out of it at all. All we're saying is the fact of we want to make sure that everybody is included. That's why I fight when I do these conversations. I include everybody. That we have to include, okay, you got Becky over there in your arm, he got Keisha on her arm, you big child. No, we're all black men. We all sit in the state.
However, now black men with non-black wives or black men who don't date black girls, I personally don't care what you think about black women, because Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said, "Who you lay down with is who you share your philosophy with." That's what she said, the great psychiatrist doctor. And it is weird to hear black men who date white women, Asian women, Hispanic women and all that, but they got so much to say about black women's behavior, black women's weave and all that. Dude, stay out that conversation. I'm going to tell you, out of fairness, if I have a non-black girlfriend, a non-black wife, I have nothing else to say about black women, their behavior and their hair at all. I'm out of the game. I've made my choice. That's how I roll. I'm a black dude. I'm not a fence straggler kind of black dude. But love who you want to, date who you want to. I'm just saying, out of fairness, if you made the decision not to date sisters anymore and all that, don't. I'm just saying, don't you think that's fair though?
I think that's fair. I mean, because the reason why I would say that's fair, because I tell people, I had a white woman back in 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
And I told people, I've always dated multiracial.
You dated everybody.
I dated everybody. But the
one you marry and reproduce with is what I look at.
That's why I look at.
Because black dudes fuck everything.
And I tell guys, if you are Mr. International, Mr. Team Becky, Team Mulan, Team Marisol, then then you have to check out certain conversations. I always do too. The other thing that I always look at too, like I tell people, I never deny a black man's humanity, of his black humanity, if he's with a non-black woman, because he's still black at the end of the day. He's still going to have partial black children at the end of the day. The children may look black like he is, but have Asian features on their faces or what have you. We don't know how those children will look.
Has skin tone, but you say but they're Asian.
They're like they're Asian. I got a guy I used to work with whose mom was Asian, but his dad was black, and he looked like a black Filipino. Yeah. So he had long hair that was about long shoulders. But it was. But I say that because we look at when you work together with those relationships, love who you love, but at certain times you have to check out, because one thing about these swirls that the black women call themselves, they out. They have so much to. I feel if you're no longer dating black men, you say black men believe in you, you tired of black men, we need black men, but then they're okay. You got your white man, you got your pink man, and move the fuck on. Love who you love. Yeah. We don't care. But black people tell us all day about we don't care who you date, stop bashing black women. Why don't you tell these black women who got non-black husbands, but they got YouTube channels, and they got social media platforms like Isadora Storm, Crystal Cynthia G. You want to know? I heard some rumors about Cynthia, but I can't substantiate them. And successful single ladies live. Now she used to be successful single working home mom. Yeah. So they who you date. I have no problem. I have told brothers to leave Kristen and her alone, because Kristen wants a white man and she has a white husband, and she has biracial children. I'm not mad at Kristen for dating who she wants to date. But leave black men out your mouth.